the entire season to put yourself in position to thrive, to excel in games like this. A late season top 10 showdown, playoff implications aplenty. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Oregon Ducks. Alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Guys, this is one of the most exciting top 25 matchups of this season. Honestly, Oregon versus Ohio State might be two of the most talented rosters in all of college football. College football playoff implications on the line. This one should be massive when Oregon takes on Ohio State. Reese?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Buckeyes ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Deep in the end zone, it's Griffin. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. From the gun, the ground game. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Throwing more. Release to the back. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Now here's Sayet. Right side, it's Jackson. Runs, continues to fight for yards. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15, a first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. Pass completion moved the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Jackson. Breaks into the open. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red, inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on first and goal. Trying to run, it's Jackson. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Got room at the 35. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it up to 49.
The defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
They'll go play action with Moore. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. It's a seam wide open. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man, they've got to be dialed in, because this passing attack, it's lethal, because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Making the adjustment. Tells the run, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Rush is on, and it's a sack.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Saying, trying to be heard above the noise. He tries to take the top off. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Taking it the other way. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Oregon. How about this defense taking one back to the house? They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Using his legs, it's Jackson. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Julian saying to throw. Slots it away.
And I see what the quarterback saw. He saw man-to-man coverage on the outside. Give my guy a chance to win. But the DB won. Great job staying glued to the wide receiver, seeing the ball when it's coming, and batting it down.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening. the 19. And the Buckeyes will punt this one away.
And this is not the start this guy envisioned in this game. He's already thrown a pick six here in the first quarter, and now he takes a sack. You got to wonder if that pick six rattled him a little bit. And if he's out here now seeing ghosts, he's got to get to the sidelines. He's got to shake the cobwebs off. He's got to be able to turn the page and have a short memory, because this thing is going in the wrong direction for their signal call.
Here's Moore to throw. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll run it. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Moore will throw. Out wide left, it's Johnson. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And he was able to break one tackle, Jesse, and almost got away from another.
Man, this secondary, this defense, they better pack a lunch. When this guy has the football, you've got to get bodies to him, and you better wrap up those legs and hold on tight. This dude's hard to tackle.
Buying time to his right. And to get rid of it quickly. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
Third and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Push is ahead. He'll be stopped short. It'll be fourth down, and let's see what the decision is here.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on fourth. Fourth down, Moore. Spits it out to the back. Makes a grab past the marker. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They'll send the back in motion. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Left side is Stewart. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the 1st down. You're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got 4th and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And here they come going for the 1st down on 4th and 2. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off.
And the option is so hard to stop, and so many bodies near the line of scrimmage on 4th and short. They run it, but just a good job by the quarterback finding space. He didn't need to pitch it. Takes it himself and gets just enough for the 1st down.
Now on 1st and goal, a score here, and that mountain is huge if you want to make a comeback. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Gets it out to the 16-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
They'll give it to him again. Turning it on! Crosses midfield. Past the 30. He's at the 10. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to...
Touchdown, Buckeye! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing, I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
He'll bring it out. It's Bear. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. From the gun, running back gets to give. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Flips it out in the flat. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
Moore, play action. Lost one deep down the right side. Makes a grab at the 25 and there's room. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Making the adjustment on the play. Moore. Looking down the middle. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And those are frustrating. I mean, you throw it to the open guy, you make the right decision, and the big fella, Mr. Reliable, the tight ends, right? Like your security blanket over the middle of the field, just can't come up with the football.
Moore to the air. Out wide left, it's Johnson. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Ducks line it up with a 1st and goal. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Dante Moore. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
And that's the problem when you're living in 2nd and long situations. Sometimes the quarterbacks feel like they just got to go get it all back in one throw. That's what he was trying to do on that one. He forced it into traffic, and the defense made him pay, coming up with a huge interception.
A strike downfield. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Saying. Look out! Blasted as he lets it go.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human, keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Drops back. It's Sayin. Moving out to the right. Taking a deep shot before the half. To the end zone and is picked off. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Oh, he missed it, no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. Let's start with the Missouri State Bears, taking on the number 21 team, the Pitt Panthers.
So here comes the offense onto the field. Those two first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing...
Makes the grab and room to run. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Finds a crease, it's Jackson. Pass to 6. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. This guy is having a truly special day, calling to mind the afternoon that Trace Sermon or Eddie George had, putting up huge numbers.
I mean, that's incredible. Just when you play and you put on that uniform and you know the guys that wore it before you and wore it so well, and you get your name mentioned in those L's and those history books, man, it's a good day.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
He'll get rid of it. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football. I mean, knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
From the gun on third down, say it. Going to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's where I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've just self-destructed too many times so far already with 3 interceptions in the game. He's past the marker. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. You count up those explosive plays in the game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Moore with the play fake. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. They'll run it on first and goal. They were all over it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The fake wants to throw. Good job just to get rid of that one.
You got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun on third down, Dante Moore. Touchdown, Ducks! Middle of the end zone, he's got it!
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. State sending out the offense to start this drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Out wide right, it's Jackson. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
It has not been a banner performance so far by this offense. Here in the second half, they need more plays like that. That's a good sign. But you got to be able to put those plays back-to-back now. Really nice job early in the drive, coming up with a big one in your own end. But now you've got to be able to string some of those along now and score some more points.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Throwing, say it. Escapes the pressure going right. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
2nd and long here. The run inside. It's Jackson. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Right side, it's Jackson. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I think that pass play was simply designed just to get him the football in space and let him do the rest. Obviously, they're not throwing that into the end zone, but they feel like they've got guys, especially at the running back position, that if you just give them an opportunity, they can make people miss and score like he did right there.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bear. Slips through the line. He's almost. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, take a knee, no, yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that in the end zone, making a huge play.
And he tacked on the extra point. Fielded in the end zone, it's Parker. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Trying to get rid of it. Gets rid of it.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, then you're going to have time to throw.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Saying to throw for it on fourth. Going for the big play. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And that is a backbreaker if you're on defense. On fourth down, the opponent's throwing for it. Not only do you give up the first down, but you give up an explosive play. And all of a sudden now, you're reeling a little bit defensively.
Left side, it's Roberts. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Say it. Stepping to the right. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Running inside. It's Jackson. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. His huge game continues. Third time he's gotten pay dirt in this one. And numbers 11, 12, and 13 on the season. They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. He'll bring it out. It's Bear. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive, you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Throwing more. They're all over it. And he gets it away.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. The give as they work on that clock. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the tight end. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. After the whistle, it's 1st and 5 for this offense. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Timeout signal forward by the Buckeyes. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The Ducks enter the final minute with the lead, trying to run out the clock. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. They give it back to him. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. Final timeout called by the Buckeyes. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's gone! And that lead grows even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Here's Sayin to throw. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation.